dropped my mug about 2 years ago or so, and I was quite heartbroken because it got this crack and all of a sudden it was not watertight. That bites because I wanted to have coffee in it or tea or whatever, and it's not watertight, then I can't do that. And you look online for ways to fix it, and most everything says, don't fix it. It is now a pencil cup. But I don't want a pencil cup. I want a mug. I have pencil cups, and my pencil cups do not match the old retired mug aesthetic. I looked up a few methods on how to fix a mug, or any ceramic really, and they said to use milk. And there were some mixed reviews about this, but I thought, what do I have to lose? It's already a mug that doesn't work, and I'm not going to use it as a pencil cup. This is the plan. We're going to take the mug, we're going to put it in some milk over the stove, and that's going to get the milk into the crack. It's going to dry up in the crack somehow, and then we're going to wash it, and we will have a mug again. There's some research or something that says that it's like the proteins in the milk are filling the crack. Now, some friends have told me that the milk method doesn't work. And they were like, that is nonsense. And I'm like, then why did it work? Something to note is that this is something I have done repeatedly. When it first broke, I put it in milk and I did the milk method. And then a year after that, put it in milk, did the milk method. And now, a year later, I noticed that it started leaking again, so I did it again. It is something that I have had to do repeatedly. That's kind of what I'm trying to say right now. But I don't think that's that bad. It takes about a day of inactive time. You just have to remember to start doing it in the morning, I guess. Or you can do it in the evening. It actually doesn't matter. And you do it once a year. That's the same as getting your oil changed. And I know I should probably get my oil changed more often. But here we are. It's a maintenance thing, right? And I like my mug. I love this mug. It is precious to me. And if you don't care about your mug that much, fine. I don't really care. This is important to me, and I am okay with restoring it once a year if that's what it means for me to keep using it. I will use it until it cracks and dies, and then I'll use it for decoration or something. So let's get to it. This is my mug. You can see the crack and that it goes all the way down to the bottom. And in the next clip, I'm going to show you that it is leaking. I pour in cold water and put it on a paper towel, and you can see the water coming out the bottom. To fix this, we are going to need some whole milk, a quart of it, and a small saucepan just big enough to hold your mug. So let's get started, and please pardon my super messy stove. I did not clean it, my bee. We're going to put our mug crack side down into our saucepan on the stove and pour in some milk. We're going to pour it over the mug and make sure to cover the crack. That's the most important thing here. It doesn't have to cover the whole mug, just the crack. And it never hurts to add a little bit more milk. So double check that the crack is covered, make sure that you can see it, and put it back, crack side down. Adjust it if you need to. And now we're going to turn the stove on low, and we're going to leave it there for about an hour to 2 hours, not more than 2 hours. And don't leave the house while it's doing this. We don't want to start a fire. 2 hours-ish later, probably closer to 90 minutes later, I took it off of heat and I set it on a different burner. And we're just going to let it come to room temperature. Here you can see that it formed like a skin, which is kind of gross, but whatever. The main thing is that the milk got into the crack. That's what we want to see. And you can see it right there. Here I'm just testing the water in a really gross way by sticking my fingers in it, but later I got a thermometer to do it. It did feel a little bit warm at that time. So we're going to wait for it to get to room temperature. And room temperature is traditionally 65 degrees, but I had the thermostat on in my house. So for us, room temperature was 72-ish, I think. So just leave it there until it reaches your own room temperature. And once it comes to room temperature, we're just going to take it out and wash it with warm soapy water. And as you can see here, it is watertight, no leaking, and that's hot water that I put in there. I left it there for a good 10 minutes. And now it's fixed! Oh, it makes me so happy. So 2 things I want to address in this next portion. 1, why didn't you use kintsugi? Kintsugi is very expensive to have it done authentically. It is very difficult to do it yourself authentically. And if you do fake kintsugi, it is not actually food safe. And I want to be able to drink out of this, as you will see in just a minute. Yeah, I'm making some coffee. I also had the concern that since I put essentially rotting milk inside of the crack, that it wouldn't be food safe. But I consulted with my mom, and she said that as long as I washed it, it would be food safe. And I did, as you saw. So let's enjoy a cup of coffee in our favorite mug. Alright, so here are the caveats to this method. It is not vegan. You have to use milk. I don't think milk substitutes will do. I think that you probably also have to use whole milk. And I don't know about you, I personally do not drink milk, so now I have a bunch of milk. We use it for cooking though. And this kind of goes with it not being vegan. You have to buy milk. So if you're not near a grocery store, I suppose that could be kind of difficult. Or if you don't have money for milk, you do need a whole quart of it. It's not that much, but it's more than little tiny milk box that you would get as a kid. It is not permanent, so you have to redo it once a year, but that's not so bad if it's your favorite mug or something really precious to you. Don't use an AeroPress to make coffee in this mug because it has a crack. We don't want to stress it out. We want to take very good care of it, so don't put too much pressure on it. Probably don't put it in the dishwasher either. Even if it was previously dishwasher safe, let whoever else in your house who loads the dishwasher know, don't put it in. Hand wash it. And if you only ever put tea or something in it, it's not too hard to hand wash a mug. At least not for me. I suppose I don't know for you. It takes about a day, but it's an inactive day, so you can start it in the evening, watch it because it's a stove. The stove is still on, even if it's on a low temperature. But you turn the stove on for low for an hour, and then you just let it cool overnight. That's totally fine. And it's gonna occupy the burner for that long. So if you do it during the day or in the evening or something, and you need to cook on the stove, just know that you're not gonna have all of your burners available to you. So maybe not the best if you only have a 1 burner kitchen. My mug is just cracked. It probably won't work for a more severely broken piece. Nothing with huge pieces missing. I don't know if that's going to be watertight or how long that's going to last. I mean, it's always worth a shot, right? Because what do you got to lose? And lastly, let me know if you tried this method. It works for me, a real person who drinks out of this mug. Yeah, please have a wonderful day, and I hope this is helpful to you.